Good morning, namaste. This is Yuvraj from the Astra team, and I'm really excited to talk to you about a brand new feature that we're introducing in the Astra theme today. Let's start with some practical examples on how you can use this feature on your website. So this is Neil Patel's website. Neil Patel is a famous marketer if you don't know. And what he's done is if you go to any blog post on his website, he has this call to action embedded in between the blog post where he promotes his agency and asks you to book a call to discuss how he can increase traffic on your website. And he's added this call to action on every blog post on his website. Here is another example. I'm on a website with a lot of categories and different kinds of content, and I'm inside the freelance career section of their website and looking at a blog post. And in between the blog posts, they're promoting a job board that they have specifically for freelancers. And if I go to another section on their website, then what they've done is included or promoting related content in between the blog posts. So depending on the kind of content that you're browsing, they have different content embedded or different call to actions embedded in the content itself. Pretty smart, right? Let's look at one more example. So I'm on an e-commerce website called ThreadUp, and I'm looking at a romper on their website by a brand called Exhilaration. And if I scroll down the page, what I'll notice is that they have a specific call to action to check out all the products from the specific brand, which includes specific content related to the brand. And what they've done is replicated this same strategy for different brands on their website. Let me show you an example. So now I'm looking at athletic shorts by Under Armour, which is a popular sports brand. And if I scroll down the page once again, now they're promoting Under Armour because obviously I'm looking at a product by Under Armour. So they're promoting products from a brand that I'm already looking at and probably also interested in. That's pretty smart if you ask me. So the strategy we are looking at here is that a lot of brands, freelancers, publications, agencies are embedding specific call to actions or content in between their blog posts, which is related to the content of the blog post itself, and using it to increase their email list, book consulting calls, promoting certain brands and products. But the possibilities are actually endless. You can use this to promote any kind of affiliate offer, your own products, your digital products. And if you have a local business, you can have different kinds of content, maybe lead magnets embedded on your website. Let me show one last example to you. Let's say you are a local business which provides all these services, and just imagine if you had specific call to actions for specific services. Maybe you had lead magnets or ebooks, or you had a webinar or consulting call specific to all these different kinds of services. I'm pretty sure that they'll work much better than if you had a generic call to action. Sounds pretty awesome, right? But the question is how? How would you implement something like this on your website? Well, you could use third-party plugins, and many plugins do offer this functionality, but they're either expensive or don't give you the amount of control you'd need to add all this content to different sections of your website. Now, you can also use reusable blocks inside WordPress, which is another feature that technically you can use to create different kinds of content and have it embedded on your website. But the process will still be completely manual because you have to open every blog post or page that you want to add the reusable block and place the block manually on each of those pages on your website. Just imagine if you had an e-commerce brand, if you had so many categories with hundreds and even thousands of products in each of these categories, and you had to go and just paste a piece of content on every blog post. And anytime you wanted to make a change to certain categories, to add different kinds of content, you will have to do this process manually again and again. It's a time sink even for small websites, and for large websites, as I just showed you, it's completely impossible or at least impractical to implement this. But with the brand new feature that we're introducing in Astra today, this not only becomes practical, it's also very easy to implement no matter how many pages you have on your website. Now, the brand new feature that I've been talking about is called Custom Layouts in Astra. Now, if you're an Astra Pro customer, then you might be thinking, Yuvraj, Custom Layouts has been part of Astra for some time already. It's not a new feature. And you're right. But we've improved the Custom Layouts feature to include all the beautiful things that I've been talking about in this video. So let's look at it in detail. We'll head over to Appearance, Custom Layouts, Add New to create a new custom layout. And this is the interface to create custom layouts inside Astra. As you can probably tell, it's the similar interface that you use in the Gutenberg or the blog editor inside WordPress. And definitely you can use it to create some custom layouts in Astra as well. But you can also use your favorite page builder. For example, I have Elementor installed. You can have a code editor here, which you can use to add some code if you want to. And you can also use the starter templates block patterns to include or import some interesting block patterns to create custom layouts. So this can give you a head start on designing a beautiful looking custom layout that you want to implement to your website. For example, you can have this kind of page on all the team members pages and other types of blocks on similar pages. I'm going to close this right now. And first I'm going to talk about the options here. Now, there are two things that I'd like to clarify. The first is that the custom layouts feature is an Astra Pro feature. So you'll have to purchase Astra Pro, download the plugin to your website or install the plugin on your website, activate it and make sure that it's updated to the latest version. And you'll also need to activate custom layouts from Astra options. The second thing I'd like to clarify is that we already have a video completely explaining in detail the custom layouts feature in Astra. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the actual feature. I'm going to focus primarily on the new features that we've added to the custom layouts. So let's start with that first. Well, as you can see, I made some changes on the page. Well, in fact, I just chose the layout option. And previously, if you are familiar with custom layouts, we had the option of creating custom layouts and embedding them on headers, footers, 404 pages, and also hooks. And this is the new feature. Now you have the ability to add custom layouts inside pages and posts content. This is a powerful feature. So I'm going to select this option once again, and I'm going to show you all the amazing controls you have to make sure that you can add custom layouts to exactly the pages that you want to have on your website. So let's start with that. Let's select the option. So now we have a few options to work with. You have the location on post, which is we'll talk about. You have the block number, which I'll explain. You have display conditions and also user roles. Let's start talking about them individually. So on the location front, you have two options to choose from. You can target the location of the custom layout based on blocks, which obviously you know in the Gutenberg editor, you have blocks or content is based in blocks, or you can also choose heading blocks. So number of headings or the custom layouts will be added to the post based on the number of headings. Now there's a slight difference. Let me explain what that is. When you choose the blocks option, you can add the custom layout after a certain number of blocks. So if you choose 3 here, then the custom layout will be added after the third block, and the blocks that qualify are heading blocks, paragraph blocks, group block is qualified as a single block, images, and any other block is qualified for this calculation. And when we choose the heading blocks, the content is added before the X number or the number of heading that you select here. So if you maybe write 4 here, then the content or the custom layout will be added before the 4th heading. So this is an important distinction, and when we get into the practical examples, definitely I'll show this to you as well. For now, let's stick to the blocks option. Now the next two options we have are display conditions and user roles. Now if you're already familiar with custom layouts, if you've used them or you've watched the video that we've done on custom layouts, you should be familiar with these options. Let me explain first what they are. So the display conditions let you add the custom layout to specific pages and posts on your website using some targeting options. Let me quickly show you all the options that are available. As you can see, you have options to add add the custom layout to the entire website, singulars, and a bunch of different options. And you can't see all the options on the screen, but you also have the option of selecting custom post types, selecting specific pages and posts, and also using taxonomies or targeting certain taxonomies to add the custom layout on. So technically it's possible to add the custom layouts only on your post, all the posts on your website, all the pages, and you have complete control over where the custom layout is actually displayed. And you can combine this with the user roles options. And obviously user roles, you already know what they are in WordPress. You have different kinds of users that you can assign. You also have the option of using logged in or logged out users. So somebody who's already logged into your website will see the custom layout, and you can have all these options. And any kind of custom roles that you define will also be available here. So using the location option and display conditions and user roles and the combination of all these, you can really create complex display conditions without any complexity. It's a powerful statement. So coming back to our website, I think I've explained all the options in sufficient detail to you. Let's start with the practical example. And what I'm going to do is create a couple of custom layouts. I'm going to show them to you, and we'll configure different display conditions, and I'll show you how custom layouts can be a powerful tool to implement on your website. So I'll pause the video right now, come back with a completed design. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see on screen right here, I've created a simple looking but beautiful custom layout that will be added to the location or the post that I select. So let's look at the targeting options, but I also created one more custom layout just for example. Let me show that to you. So this is the second custom layout, and it also looks beautiful. Just to give you an example of how you can define or design different kinds of custom layouts easily and quickly without much technical or design skills. Coming back to the first custom layout, let's look at the targeting options that I've set specifically for this custom layout. So scrolling down on the page, and obviously the layout is set to inside post or page content. The location is set before certain number of heading blocks. So the targeting I'm using is based on the number of headings, and the content will be added before the third heading. This is where it's configured. It's set to be displayed on all the posts on my website. So technically I could have created some complex rules, but this is just a simple demonstration. So I've selected all the posts on my website. So I've already updated the custom layout, and I also have some posts open up on my website. So let's check out those posts and let's see how the custom layout appears on those posts. So this is one blog post on my website. Let's scroll down the page and we'll find the custom layout options right here, which is the third heading or before the third heading. Let's look at the second blog post. So this is the second blog post on the website that I've configured. Let's scroll down and find the custom layout. I'm scrolling. See if you can spot the custom layout before me. Scrolling, and we've reached the end of the post, but there's no custom layout. Why that is? Because we haven't added any of the headings that we could have added on this website, or specifically this post. Since it does not have any headings and the targeting option is set to before the third heading, obviously this post will not get the custom layout. So just highlighting that, make sure the targeting options are on point and your blog post has the content it needs for the targeting to work. Now, technically, if you want to add a custom layout to this kind of blog post, you can use the blocks option. Then all the blocks that we added to this post will qualify. Let's look at the third blog post. So this is the third blog post. So let's scroll down the page once again and try to spot the custom layout. Scrolling, and here it is, just before the third heading as we've configured. So with these examples, I hope you understand how easy it is to configure and create custom layouts and add it to certain pages and posts on your website. And obviously I just demonstrated a single or a simple kind of custom layout, but you have the option of creating complex custom layouts and adding it to specific sections of your website using the amazing, powerful targeting options. And obviously you can have different kinds or multiple custom layouts created for specific sections of your website as well. And I assume that will give you much better results than a generic custom layout that we've just added. So let me take a second to talk about the benefits of this amazing new feature we've introduced inside custom layouts. It's incredibly easy to use. It's native to your theme and obviously the Pro add-on. There is no need for third-party plugins, so you don't have to spend any additional money or depend on third-party developers to introduce features or release updates in a timely manner. You can set your location very easily. You have complete control. You have the heading targeting option, and obviously you have the block targeting option as well. And the entire process takes very little time. As you saw, in just a minute, I was able to create this button and add it to a post on my website. And if I wanted to, I could add this button to the entirety of my website on all pages and posts with just a single click of a button. So head over to our website, wpastra.com, and purchase the Astra Pro version if you already haven't done so. And if you're a customer, then make sure to update the Pro add-on today and use this amazing feature to add announcements, ads, call to actions, discount offers, or any other thing that you would like to add to your website. We'd love to see your creativity. So if you have a creative idea that we haven't mentioned with this feature, then let me know in the comments. And the most important part of this video is coming up next, because I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our channel, because that is how I get to tell you about all these amazing updates that we make to our products. And we also share tons of knowledge about WordPress. So make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon so you can be the first one to receive updates just like this one. You're listening to Yuvraj from the Astra team. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.